This is Sharon at fitinfun.com, and I'm going to talk about Google Analytics a little bit. This is like an overview. The thing is, there's a bunch of analytics, and if you have any money at all, just buy another one. Like buy one that has some features. Look on CNET or a review site, and there's like the top bunch. And if you're in a situation where you generate money and your life is not on the edge, like spend $120 a year or something and get one of the services that updates, because Google fiddles with stuff, you know, and if you're on a free thing, it's okay, but you don't get enough reporting to understand the problems. Like, until Rick took me into some places I never saw before in the analytics world, I had no idea about this traffic situation. And when I looked up my site, of how many people are on my site from mobile devices, it's, I believe the number was 45%. I'll check it again. And I was looking at the most recent 30 days. And that's the days of turmoil. Like, we're having internet traffic turmoil, I'm telling you. And so he said, like, look at that and tell me how many people are coming from mobile devices. And he was expecting me to say like 10% or 20% maybe. And I have 45%. And those 45% are my people reading. Like, they read high, right? And especially on the tablet, they read even higher because it's bigger and easier to read on a wider Kindle or what, you know, those things. And those are the three categories, like Apple phones, other phones, and bigger things. I don't have them, so I don't know, but you guys know. So people can read my site on a big one just as easy as a computer because there's no graphics. There's nothing on my site to identify it like that. So my site to them is easy on the eyes. And they're reading anyway, so it's completely fine. But for you, you have it broken up with pictures that don't load right, that might have that little icon. And the chiropractor site I'm going to show you on one of the links on Behance is the guy's site. I'm pretty sure it's a chiropractor. It might be another one, but one of them, it won't even load. Like, if the people try to see the site, it just loads this guy's avatar. That's the whole screen. That's all they get. They can't get it. So if you had something like that come up, they can't even see you on a mobile phone. And if there's 80% of the web traffic today is on mobile devices, I'm saying it again, 80%. And if you're in a business like real estate where they're driving around town pulling flyers, Rick's got this whole way to do that. And you guys know about it. Call him, because he's got this way that will really help your sales, I think. I'm not a good real estate person, but his explanation to me of what the problem is in real estate and how he's solving it for people made complete sense to me. And I'm an accountant hearing a new concept. And when I don't understand a concept, I will definitely tell you that I don't know what you're talking about. And I have those moments with Rick, but it's because he's too technical for me, not because it doesn't make sense. But when he explained the realtor thing, I completely got it. I was like, oh my God, like, yes, people are driving around in their car, grabbing those flyers and calling their husband and saying, look, I found this property, let's buy it. And what Rick's plan does is it gets that into your phone and their phone. And now your real estate company is in their phone right from that moment on for the rest of their life, unless they delete you, which whoever does that, nobody. Everybody clogs their phone. So if they were just in the browsing and the guy's like, no, we're not buying a house, we don't have money yet, you're still there 2 years later. So unless they break their phone or lose their SIM card, that's what it is. You need to get on it with him. He's really a good person to understand this stuff with. And he has other examples that describe this problem, and it's not a simple fix at all. It's a complicated fix. So if somebody does it wrong, you're all messed up. And I would count on Rick to do it right. I do not feel like you would have quality control issues with Rick in any regard, and especially because he's so giving, that if there was some new quirk in your thing, which literally everything I said, he had 10 examples, so I think he's seen a lot. But if you have some weird thing he's never seen before, I would say he'd probably look at that as a challenge and want to learn it, and so he'd work harder on you. You know, you'd make sure he knew exactly what the deal was. So, and then the rest of you are just like everybody else, and he can just fix you like he fixed everybody else. Voila. Be sure to fit in fun no matter what you're doing.